the Trevor Jackson Podcast.
On the phone while I'm recording the podcast. I got to purchase Big Sean book, and I'm going to react to it this week also on the channel. But Big Sean, he said something about the family structure. He talked about DNA. I love to see this brother's evolution of what he's became and where he's going and the way he speaks and the peace that he has in his life now. And he had this to say, and we're going to talk about it.
Okay. The DNA is like a computer. It's information that gets passed on and on and on, right? So you're really the culmination of a whole lineage, right? And in you. So one of the things that I learned from him, because there are times in my life where I'm like, man, I wish I could talk to my grandma. You know, my grandma was a female black captain in World War II, man. She was crazy. She was incredible. And like, or my granddad, they met in World War II, right? Or like, I wish I could I'll be like, man, I wish I could speak to them or get advice from them now, you know?
For sure, wow.
I only known them as a little kid. And then I realized that the information is already in me. All I have to do is just go deeper within and really connect with that. And that's something that I learned from my son being born. Somehow that clicked is like, he is the culmination of our lineage, all the DNA from my side, from his mom's side, and so on and so forth. And he's got something special going on. So that's one thing I learned. And another thing I learned is to go back to the simplistic beauties of life. When we're on walks out in nature, he's so fascinated with the flowers and the birds and this or that or bug bee, you know, he's like, and it given me a whole new excitement for that.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate him for teaching me. I feel like he's teaching me as much as we teach him. I feel like he's teaching all of us a lot as well.
You know, I don't have children, and I doubt that I will. It ain't a bad thing or nothing. It's something that I never really was interested in the first place, was having kids. But what caught my attention about that conversation is something that I've been reading lately. I'm going to show y'all the book here in a minute. Something that me and Rob been talking about, lineage, with the FBA, Foundation of Black Americans, and all of that, when me and Rob collaborate on our live shows at nighttime on Sunday nights. And I wish we could have did one yesterday, but I was down bad. And it's important to heal. That's what I heard right there. That's what it spoke to my soul when he was talking about, the DNA is like a computer. It transfers experiences. Your mother, your grandmother, your grandfather, your kids, the kids after that. So the things that they went through, the things that they're knowledgeable about, you can tap into. Those experiences that they had and the things that they dealt with and whatever is like a part of you. Your lineage history is a part of you. You can tap into that. That's interesting. I've been reading this book, The Post-Traumatic Slave Syndrome. I've promoted it multiple times on this show. I haven't even did a reaction to it. And I think that's necessary, me doing a reaction to it. But in that book, it talks about how traumatic experiences is passed through the DNA. How good experiences is passed through the DNA. So if you have children right now, or if you don't have children and you plan on having children, what I'm saying to that is that whatever you going through and you dealing with that you don't want passed down to your kids, you should heal that. Heal that drinking. Heal that lust. Heal that brokenness. Heal that sickness. If your family been having diabetes and high blood pressure, change your diet so you won't pass it on again. If you dealing with certain things, heal it so it won't move forward. One thing that I can say that I did in my lifetime, because I was a hustler, a street hustler, and I stopped it. And when I stopped it, it stopped. You see what I'm saying? Because even if I don't have kids and my nephews see it, my cousins see it, they see the benefits, the success, the stresses, all of that of it, they're going to want to partake and participate in it. But I stopped it. And when I stopped it, it stopped. So heal. So all I'm saying is heal, man. That's what I got from that, because the DNA is like a computer. That's what Big Sean said. And I got to get his book, man. We're going to react to his book next weekend. But this is another thing that he said during that interview that caught my attention.
What's the difference between attracting energy and chasing energy?
Oh boy. Attracting energy and chasing energy. Well, like I said, when you're chasing something, you're already implementing the energy of it running away from you. You know what I mean? And not to say you can't get it, but it's a lot of effort to chase something. It's like even police on a high-speed chase, it's like they might have to crash into other cars and they're chasing you. And when you attract something, it's you are using the powers that have been granted to you from God, universe, whatever you call it or believe in, of it magnetizing to you. And you have that power. It's been the power that's been, we use it on small levels every day. Even if you just set it into, hey, today I need to take a shower. That's literally, you set a goal, you did it, it's done. You can do that on a scale of anything that happens. And some things may take a lot more time than others. So we have these ideas and expectations we set for ourselves, but that's on us. That's our ego sometimes. That's our wants and desires, and our minds sometimes getting the best of us. And I think that things do take time, but there's always a way. And, you can never count yourself out.
That was something that was hard for me to grasp early in life, because I always was chasing the money, chasing the honeys. And when you chase things, it's running the opposite way. It's not coming towards you. It's going farther and farther away from you. When you attract things, things come to you. You allow it, grace to come to you. You don't force anything. When I stopped chasing things, it seemed like my life started to flourish, because it's like wants, needs. You got to get to a place in life, my opinion, where you don't want anything. You just existing and living and attracting. Wants is a terrible thing, because when you consistently want something, you devaluing yourself. You giving value to the thing that you want. It's important to me to attract everything. To give grace and give space for things to come to you. It's important to clean up. It's important to throw things away. I was telling my wife that the other day. I said the home is a little cluttered, baby. We need to clean up, like, for real. Not clean up in a place like the home was dirty, because the home was spotless. But what I meant by clean up is make room for the attraction. Clean that house up, man. Clean that car up. You wonder why you ain't been blessed in a while? You got too much, bitch. The house dirty, bitch. You got all this stuff in here. How can God bless you when you're looking around, you got stuff on the wall, you got stuff on the floor, you got this stuff everywhere. You look in the car, you're full. You're full. Make room for the blessing. Make room for what you've been attracting. Clean up. I like that, man. I like Big Sean conversation, man. I should put a link. I was wanting to talk about that more than anything that I got on this podcast, man. I got a couple of more topics, and I'm going to get up off of this thing, man. I appreciate y'all tuning in to my show, but we got to get into Kanye West tweets.
The Trevor Jackson Podcast.